All right, we're back with another puzzle for Sudoku After Dark, where we relax and solve a puzzle without getting too excited and noisy, just more relaxing. And this is a Sudoku called Cooktop by Kaktuslav, I think is how we're pronouncing that. It's probably wrong, but apologies. This is a region sum Sudoku, so we're going to put the digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box like usual. We have these blue lines in the grid, which look like a cooktop, like an oven, top of an oven, stovetop. So the way the region sum lines work is the box boundaries, the 3 by 3 box boundaries, divide the line into segments. So these three would be a segment, and these two would be another segment. And then this single one would be its own segment, and these two would be a fourth segment. So that line is divided into 4 segments, and the sum of each of those segments is the same. Now, from one line to the next, they're not necessarily the same, but within this same line, those 4 segments have to be the same. And then we have little killers, so these diagonals indicated from outside of the grid with the arrows. The digits along that diagonal have to sum to the number on the outside. So these all sum to 24, for example. And that's all we need to know. So link in the description if you want to try this out yourself. I'm going to give it a try now, and we'll see how this goes. So, I mean, as we already showed, one of the segments on this one is 3 cells long, and there's also a segment that's 1 cell long. So I know that has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9 because 3 cells, the minimum you can do is 6. And of course, the maximum you can do in one is 9. Now we have the same thing over here. We've got 3 there. We've got 1 here. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. I think we're going to have that on all of them. So these are all 6 segments. So one of these has to be a 1, 2, 3. And one of them has to be a 1, 2, 4, which is the way to make 7. 8 also has to have a 1, 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4. 9 can be without a 1. You can do 2, 3, 4, but this one's kind of interesting, the circle here, because these two are both single cell segments. So those are the same, which is then somewhere down here, but I don't know how helpful that's going to be right now, so I'm not going to color that. Is there anything we can do with the diagonals? I'm not sure. I mean, we do have, so this is a 2 cell segment on this burner. I'm going to call them burners. And this is a 2 cell segment on this burner, the top left burner. And this, so we know those 3 sums are all different. They could be 6, 7, 8, which is 21. That's actually the minimum they could be, which is interesting because then you've got 2 more cells. Maybe we should look at this one because it's the smallest. It's only 24. So these could be 6, 7, and 8, but we know they're all different because one of them is the bottom left burner, which is this sum. One of them is the bottom right burner, which is that sum, and one of them is the top right burner, which is that sum. And those all have to be different because they're in the same box there. So 6, 7, and 8 is 21, which is the minimum. And that would leave only 3 for the outside. So these have to be 1 or 2. These are a minimum of 2, so this could be 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 9. I don't think you can do it without a 6 or a 7. If you do without a 6, you have 7, 8, 9, which is 24. If you do it without a 7, you'd have 6, 8, 9, which is 23. Yeah, and you have to add 2. So this has to have a 6 and a 7 along here. So this one can't be 6 or 7. Because 6 and 7 have to be somewhere in these. Which is interesting. Not sure if I can say much more than that about that one. Let's look at the biggest one now, I guess. So this could still be 6, 7, and 8. And what would that do? So that's 21. You'd have 12 for the outside. Those would have to be fairly big. So the biggest we can put on these outside ones, because remember, it's 3 cells summing to 6, 7, 8, or 9. 1, 2, 6 is the biggest we can do. So we can't put anything bigger than a 6. So if this were 6, 7, and 8, you would need 12 more. It would have to be 2 6s, but the only way you can do a 6 is if you're summing to 9, and only one of them can sum to 9. So this cannot be 6, 7, and 8. Therefore, this one can't be 9. Can this be 6, 7, 9? That is, what, 22? 22? Yeah. Because 6, 7, 8 is 21, 6, 7, 9 is 22. So we would need 11, which would be 5 and 6. You could do that. You could do 1, 2, 6 for the 9. Oh, but then you couldn't do a 5, because the other two would be 6 and 7, which are 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That would put the 8 over here. You can do 1, 2, 5 for the 8, so this one can't be 8 either. Okay, well, let's just say this one's 7. We have 6, 8, and 9 over here. That's 23. 23 leaves 10, which would either be 2 5s or a 6 and a 4. You could do 1, 3, 5 and 1, 2, 5 for the 8 and the 9. So you could have the 2 5s. Otherwise, you could do 1, 2, 6 and, 1, 3, 4 for the 8. It'd have to be 8 and 9. 6 would have to be here. If this is 7, this would have to be 6. If this is 6, let's think about that. 7, 8, 9. So you have 24. So you need to have 9 on the outside. 3, 6, or 4, 5. Well, so if this is 7, this is 6. If this isn't 7, then it's 6. So either way, one of these two is a 6. So this one can't be 6. If this is 6, does this have to be 7? That's the question. 6. So you've got 24. You need... No, it doesn't have to be, because you could do 4, 5, and you could do 1, 2, 4 for the 7 and 1, 2, 5 for the 8. Okay, so let's look at the other two now. The 24 and the 33 were helpful. We're narrowing this thing down. 6, 7 means this can't be 5 or 6. It has to be 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. Okay. So I don't know if the others are going to be as helpful though, but we can try it. So let's go through this way. 6, 7, 8 is 21. We'd need 4 more, 1 and 3. That should be fine. 7, 8, 9. 6, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 is the biggest. 24. Well, you can't do 7, 8, 9. Could you do 6, 8, 9? Or 6. Well, we did 6, 7, 8. Let's do 6, 7, 9. So that's 22. You'd have 1 and 2. and 6, 8, 9 is 23. You'd have to have 1s on both of them, but that's doable. Wait, but you can't do 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 across here is 24. So we have to have a 6. And the only one that can have a 6 is this one. So this must be 6. So this is now 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So this can't be 6 anymore. Okay. I said if this was 7, this was 6. But if this was 6, then that's less limiting. One of these two is a 1, 2, 4. Should we look at this one again? Because this is 24. And we don't have we do have a 6. We have a 6. But if we do 6, 7, 9, this one's an 8. We'd have 6, 7, 9 here, which is 22. We'd have to have 1s at each end. 6, 7, 9 would have 1s at each end. 6, 7, 8 would be a 1 and a 2. I think that's are both fine. Yeah, and you can't do 6, 8, 9 because this one can't be a 7. Okay. Which one did we not look at yet? The 32? We didn't look at the 32. So we're going to have a 6. We know that. 6, 7, 8 is 21. We'd have to have 11 on the outside, which we definitely can't do. The most we can have on the outside is 9, actually. 9 from 32 is 23. This has to be at least 23, and we have a 6. So that's 17. So it has to be 8 and 9. It has to be 8 and 9. Which makes this the 7. So these are not 3, 5, or 6. That's 1, 2, 4. This is now 6, 7. Yeah, we don't know 8 or 9. Okay. 32. So this is 6, 8, and 9, which is 23, and we need 9 more, which has to be the 6 and the 3. Oop. That's not 3. This is not 6. And this being 6 means this is 1, 2, 6. This is the 9. This is the 8. So this is now 6, 7, and 9, which is 22. Yes. So we need 2 more. So these both have to be 1s. This is 2. This is 2. This is not 2. This is not 1. This is not 1. So 2, 4 pair. This is now a 1. Okay, and up here this is 8, so it has to be 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. So it doesn't have a 6. This one's not 1 or 3. This one's not 2. This one's not 1. Okay. Let's look across here. This is 7, 8, and 9, which is 24. We need to have 9 on the outside, which has to be 5 and 4. That gives us 2. This is now 1 and 2 to make 8. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's see. Where do we want to look next? Do we want to do anything else? I don't think we can do anything else with the little killers. Now it's the just Sudoku and doing the region sums. So these two are the same. Yeah, they've got a few possibilities still. They can't be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, actually, they're 2 or 9, I think. They can't be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. They're 2 or 9, which is kind of interesting. They could be the 2 here. They could be a 9 down here. Yeah. So what do I want to look at next? Maybe, 7. There's quite a few ways to do 7. 9, you can do a bunch of different ways. This is 1, 5 or 2, 4. It would have to be that order if it was 2, 4. If it's 1, 5, it would have to be that way. Same up here. So this could be 4 and 2. Neither one of these can be 1. 1, 1. So these can't be 1, 5. So they're 2, 4. 2, which means this is 9. Very nice. Okay. So there's a 9 down here. There's a 9 up there somewhere, but this can't be 9 because this has to be part of a sum to 8. So the 9 is up there. All right, well, let's look at, we've got the 2. So this is now 6 to sum to 8. These can't have a 1 or a 2, so they can't be 1, 7 or 2, 6. They have to be 3, 5. And this is a 3 or a 5 summing to 9, so it has to be 3, 6 or 5, 4. Okay. Down here, these can't be 2s. You could have a 1. No, you can't have a 1, 8, because this one can't be 1 or 8. You can't do 1, 8 or 2, 7. You could do, neither one of them can be 6. So this is actually a 4, 5. Okay, this is 4 or 5, it's total 7, so this has to be 3 or 2, but it can't be 2, so it's 3 and 4, which makes this a 5. Very nice. This is a 1 or a 2, summing to 7, so it's either 6 or 5. And we don't know which one it is yet. But we're making some good progress. 2, 2, there's a 2 up here. This is a 1 and a 2, both of them are. Two up there somewhere. Having dark mode turned on does make the scanning a little bit more difficult sometimes, but that's okay. So we've got our 1s and our 2s, 1, 1, there's a 1 over here. Well, these two sum to 9. Right. We've got our region sum here. These two have to sum to 9. So they can't be 1, 8, 2, 7, or 3, 6. They have to be 4, 5. There we go. And that 4 makes this a 5, and that's a 1, and a 2, and a 6, which makes this a 4, making that a 5, and a 3. There we go. And now it should just be Sudoku the rest of the way, I believe. So there's a 5 in here, which puts a 5 down there. 5 in here and down here. This is a 5 and a 5. There's all our 5s. Okay, cool. Can we do 1s yet? I don't know if we can actually. 1s here and here. Oh, the 1 in the middle has to be there. Okay, so this is a 1. This is a 1. And there's a 1 in here and a 1 up there. Okay, don't quite have those yet. We need 6, 7, 8, and 9 in here. And the 6 can't be either of these. So, but 6 can be up there in the middle. Yeah, okay. Not sure on those yet. Let's look at 2s. 2s. There's a 2 up here. There's a 2 over here. The 2 in the middle has to be here. So that puts a 2 up there. We have 2s here and here. Okay. Not sure on those yet. 3s? Do we do... I don't know about 3s. 3s are in here and here and up there. Yeah, lots of possibilities for 3s. 3s are there. Then down here, yeah. Too many options for 3s still. 4s. There's a 4 up here. 4 down here. Oh no, that 4. 4, 4. This is a 4. Okay, so we'll get all the 4s. We get all the 4s. Nice. Now the 2, we said it was in one of these, but that's a 4, so this is the 2. These are 1, 3, and 5, and you have 1 and 5 in the middle there, so that's a 3. This is 1 and 5, because of the 5 down here. This is 7. We need 3, 7, and 8 here. Well, it can't be the 7, but let's look over here. 3, 7, and 8. Again, these can't be 3. That's the 3. These are 7 and 8. 6 and 9. These are 2, 7, and 8. The 8 can't be at the top. This is 8. 2 and 7, and the 2 down below. Oop, the 2 down below gives us the order of those. We've got 7s. Okay. Let's just look at the middle here. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Well, the 7 can't be up there. 9 can't be down here. Oh, 6 and 9. So this is 7, 8, and these are 6, 9, which we can get because of the 6 over there. These are 1 and 8, and we've got the 1. 8 and 1. Do we have all the 1s now? I think we do, yeah. All right. We need 7, 8, and 9 across here. This one can't be 9. This one can't be 8. Okay. 3, 7, 8, and 9. The 8 can't be up there or down here. This is the only place for an 8. Very nice. The 8s are here. Down there. Yeah, okay. 3, 7, and 9. This one can't be 9. These are 3 and 7 across here. This is 3 or 9. That one's 7 or 9. Okay, well. 6, 7, and 8. This can't be 6 or 7. So we've got 6 and 7 across there. All right, well, let's just keep going. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. This can't be 3 or 9. This is 6. This is 3 or 9. That was 3 or 9. This is also 3 or 9. 6. This is a 6 down here, which puts a 6 up there and a 7 here. And that's an 8. And this is 7 or 9. 3, 7, 9, yeah. 3, 7, 9. This is 8 or 9. This is 3, 7, or 9. Ah, so this has to be the 6. It's the only place in the column. Plus we have the 6 there, the 9 there. We're getting close. This is 7. So that's not a 7. So we have a 3, 9 pair, making this an 8 and a 7 and an 8 and a 3. That's a 9. The 8 gives us the 7, and the 8 gives us 9, 3, 7, 3, 9, 7, 9, 3. There we go. Very nice. All right, that was Cooktop by Kaktuslav. Cool idea. I like the way it looked like a cooktop. And it was neat how we were able to use the little killers along with the, the unique sums for the 4 burners to narrow down the possibilities in the middle. Very cool. All right, well, if you tried this out, let me know how it went for you. And if you were just following along with me, what did you think of my solve? And of course, thank to Kaktuslav for the puzzle. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.